Money makes the football world go around, but spending big doesn't always guarantee success. In the modern era, clubs are more willing than ever before to splash the cash in a desperate pursuit of silverware. We're talking about the big money signings that were supposed to change everything, but ended up flopping. Here are 8 of the most expensive football players who just didn't live up to the hype. Alexis Sanchez. When Manchester United signed Alexis Sanchez from Arsenal in 2018, they made him the highest-paid player in the Premier League. But what United got wasn't the explosive forward they'd seen at Arsenal. Sanchez's form took a dive, and his time at Old Trafford was plagued by lack of goals, assists, and overall impact. His huge wage bill and underwhelming performances made him one of the most expensive flops in Premier League history. It wasn't long before he was loaned out to Inter Milan, where he eventually moved permanently. At number 7, Fernando Torres. Torres joined Chelsea from Liverpool for a then-British record of £50 million in 2011. Known for his speed, finishing, and flair at Liverpool, Torres seemed to lose his magic at Stamford Bridge. He struggled to score consistently and was never able to live up to the hype of his massive transfer fee. Although he had a few key moments, like the goal against Barcelona in the Champions League semi-final, Torres's Chelsea career is mostly remembered as a letdown. Another Manchester United player is Angel Di Maria. Manchester United paid £59.7 million to sign Di Maria from Real Madrid in 2014, making him one of the most expensive players in the Premier League. But things just didn't work out for Di Maria in Manchester. After a promising start, he struggled to adapt, and his relationship with then-manager Louis van Gaal didn't help. Just a year later, Di Maria was sold to PSG, where he found success, making his time at United a costly misstep. In 5th we have Kaká. Signed from AC Milan for around €67 million in 2009, he was expected to light up the Bernabeu. But Kaká faced multiple injuries, and with the rise of Cristiano Ronaldo, he was often overshadowed. His injuries and inability to reach his Milan form led him to eventually return to AC Milan after an underwhelming spell in Madrid. It was a sad chapter for such a talented player, who just couldn't overcome the obstacles in his way. Next on the list is Antoine Griezmann. In 2019, Barcelona splashed €120 million to bring Antoine Griezmann from Atletico Madrid. But Griezmann struggled to find his place in a team built around Lionel Messi. He was often played out of position and looked lost in Barcelona's lineup. After a few seasons of frustration and criticism, Griezmann returned to Atletico on loan, marking a disappointing chapter in what could have been a major transfer success for Barca. Another Barcelona player is Philippe Coutinho. After dazzling fans at Liverpool, Barcelona paid a whopping £142 million to bring him to Camp Nou in 2018. With such a massive price tag, the expectations were through the roof. But Coutinho struggled to fit into Barca's system and never found the form he had in the Premier League. Loan spells, injuries, and inconsistent performances marked his time in Spain, and he was eventually loaned out to Bayern Munich, who won the Champions League, with Coutinho scoring against Barca. Ironically, that goal felt like the biggest impact he had in Barcelona colors. In 2nd place, Eden Hazard. Hazard, who was an absolute sensation at Chelsea. In 2019, Real Madrid spent €100 million to make Hazard their next Galactico, hoping he'd be the perfect replacement for Cristiano Ronaldo. But injuries took their toll on Hazard, and he could never really get going in Madrid. Limited appearances, lackluster performances, and even questions about his fitness level turned Hazard's dream move into a bit of a nightmare. By the end, he was struggling to make the starting 11, let alone shine like the superstar they had hoped he would be. Finally, we have Romelu Lukaku. After a sensational season at Inter Milan, Chelsea brought him back in 2021 for £97.5 million, hoping he'd solve their goal-scoring problems. But things didn't go to plan. Lukaku struggled to adapt to Thomas Tuchel's system, had injury issues, and his infamous interview criticizing Chelsea didn't help matters. Eventually, he returned to Inter Milan on loan, marking his Chelsea return as another pricey failure. If you enjoyed this list, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more football content. Let us know in the comments which flop surprised you the most, or if we missed any. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.